Hey everyone, my name is Nicole and I'm the owner of Willow Props. If you're not familiar with my brand, you can check me out on all your favorite social media platforms and on my website willowmintprops.com. So recently I did a review on two machines that are in my sewing room, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Singer Scholastic. That's another machine that's in my room, and I absolutely love this machine, and I'm going to give you all the details on why this is essential in my craft room. Alright you guys, so today's machine that we're talking about is the Singer Scholastic 5523. I love this machine. It has a permanent space in my craft room. It's heavy duty. Before I even get into all the features of the machine, I do want to say that this machine was purchased through a dealer. You might not find it on Amazon because this is a machine that would be sold to maybe a sewing school or for people that are trying to do factory style work. So if you are interested in getting this machine, you might want to reach out to Singer to actually get information on a dealer and who sells this machine. Now let's get into the features. So what I love the most about this machine is that it's heavy duty. I mean, this thing is very solid, and it makes me feel like it's going to sew my garments really well. This machine is not digital, but it's great for beginners because everything on here is very straightforward. The knobs are very easy to read, and the manual tells you everything that you need to know, but I'll still go over the features with you. So at the top you have your bobbin winder so that whenever you run out of thread in the bottom of your machine, you can wind it up here. And this is the tension knob. The tension knob helps with the tension of the thread. If you want to change that, you can just go from right to left. As far as the needle position, most people sew with the needle in the center of the foot. So you can change it if you want to, and the knob is up here, is set on the center, which is the best position. As far as the width of your stitch, if you decide to change that, that will help if you want to do a zigzag stitch. Sometimes you don't want a straight stitch, so you want to do zigzag, and this is what's going to help you change the width of the stitch when you're doing your zigzag to make it wider or narrow. Now this knob right here changes the length of your stitch. Of course, if you are familiar with sewing, you would know that you can put the length of your stitch on the biggest number and it will create bigger stitches for when you're basting something. You would want to turn the knob to 0 and it'll make your stitch a lot shorter and create a tinier stitch. Now, as far as the types of stitches that's on this machine, they're very basic, but they have a couple fancy stitches on here. You have your straight stitch, which is what I use my machine for the most, and they also have an option to make buttonholes, and they have zigzag and a couple fancy stitches on here. So for a basic machine, I think it has a good variety of stitches. Now down here is where your bobbin is, and there's a picture on there that shows you exactly how to put the bobbin in, and it's very easy. You just pull it like that and it goes in, and you snap that cover right back on top. And over here they have a compartment where you can put all your feet and little accessories for your sewing machine, and that way it's all in there and you don't have to fool around with it or lose anything. As well as they do have this right here on the side, so when you're done sewing and if you can't find your scissors, you can cut the thread right here. So I love this option because sometimes my scissors drop on the floor and I can't find them, and this is a great way to cut your thread when you're done sewing. So the only thing that I can say is a con about this machine is that with it not being digital, the needle is not always in the right position to use the threading system. I tend to kind of fool around with the threading system so much, and it's not threading it properly, that I just go ahead and put the thread through myself. So that's the only trouble that I've had with the machine, is just not knowing the correct position of the needle because it's not digital. There's no button to put it in the right position. So as far as the maintenance of the machine, please make sure to check your manual. Some people oil their machines and some people don't, but it's very important that if you decide to oil your machine, you do use the right oil. So pretty much that's it for my Singer Scholastic review. This machine is a great machine for beginners, and it's also a really good machine for experienced sewers. Again, it's super heavy duty, so if you're using really thick fabrics, this machine is definitely going to power through it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that I was helpful enough to help you make a decision on a sewing machine. And please make sure to follow me on all your favorite social media platforms. And if you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe. I'm going to be leaving a link in the About section so that you can check out my blog on my website, willowmintprops.com. Check it out there.